Good morning, everybody. It is Sunday morning and we are one day away. This is your last day before we start the program. So I hope everybody's excited. I know most of you now have got your program. Some of you got it super fast, so that's pretty awesome. And I hope that tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday, by the latest, the rest of you are getting them. So, but again, no fear. You don't have to worry. I know that a few of you are borrowing books and stuff, so I think we're all good. You can make it work until your program comes. There's no excuses. But I did say that I'd come back with one more video to get us started, and this is about meal planning. Meal planning is pretty important. To plan your day out, to have everything ready, it just makes everything so much less frustrating. If you leave it to chance, you're probably gonna have some slip-ups. So if I have any suggestion for you to get through these 21 days with ease, it's to plan as much as you can. And I know I'm a super uber planner. I plan everything and I get caught sometimes. That doesn't always work out and then I get disappointed. However, in this instance in life, it's best to keep it as planned as possible. So I know some people are looser than others and it works for them. So you kind of just have to find your groove and make it work for you. But one thing that I have used when I've been doing the 21-day fix, and I posted these yesterday, are these little PDFs, and I actually just found them online from another lady. I tried to recreate it and thought, this is crazy. We could just use hers. So I print 7 of these off, so one for every day of the week, and I actually do fill them in. I just find it easy, and it's up on my fridge, and then I see what's going on. There's also apps on your iPhone and probably on your Android too, I'm not sure, that you can purchase for. This one was $1.99. I don't think you'll be able to see it, but just in your app store, search 21-day fix tracker, and there's actually 3 or 4 different ones, and I've heard that they're all pretty good. So I've used that too. And I also use MyFitnessPal as well. So I use several different ways of calculating things depending on my goals. But when I am doing the 21-day fix full out, I always use these pieces of paper. I just find it easy to track. So I have a few little tips. My first tip, and I learned it maybe halfway through my first round with 21-day fix from a friend. And she said to me, you know, Michelle, plan your dinner first, because that's the thing that changes a lot during the week. And that is totally true for me. I am a pretty boring eater. I can eat the same thing over and over and over again. And I would be quite happy doing that. And when I was single and by myself, that's pretty much what I did. However, my family, my daughter and my husband, don't want to eat the exact same thing for supper every night. So that's the thing for me that rotates quite often or changes quite often. As far as breakfast, lunch, and snacks, a lot of the times it stays the same. It doesn't change very much. I've had oatmeal for breakfast for probably 2 years, and I'm happy with that. I don't like it when I have to miss my oatmeal. And my lunch when I'm at work, it has to be quick and easy, and my snacks, I just find it so much simpler for my head just to keep it easy. Even for my planning and prep day, I don't have to get too crazy. I just do the same thing. And there's a couple nights a week that I make something special and different, a new recipe, and that's where I shake things up. So I always fill in this dinner section first. So for tonight, for example, my family is going to have stuffed peppers. So I'm just going to write stuffed peppers down here. So it's going to be 1 green. So my peppers, they're going to be filled with my ground turkey. And of course, I've told you before that I have ground turkey in the freezer. So I can even make this really a quick, fast meal today if I wanted to just pull it out of my freezer. However, today is my prep day, so I'll be making my ground turkey. So I'll just be using it that way. But that's my next one, ground turkey. And then there's some cheese, and I'm going to use Parmesan on top. So, but I'm not going to use a full one. I'm just probably going to use a half a blue. So I'll do that. What else is in there? And oh, and my quinoa. So there's that. And I will post that recipe at some point in time. I didn't spell quinoa right. So that's my supper gone. So that's easy. There, that's done. So here's what I'm left with. Okay, so my next thing, then I just randomly select. But my breakfast is always the same. It's oatmeal and eggs. So my oats, my eggs, hot sauce and coffee, and cinnamon, tons of cinnamon. Sometimes I'll put some peanut butter in my oatmeal, so that would be one of my teaspoons as well. So let's just say I did that today. Okay, so that's how I do it. At night, I always have a snack before I go to bed. So I kind of spread this snack into three different snacks, but you don't have to do that. Lots of people don't like to eat before they go to bed, and that's fine. So, but one of my things that I always like to have is yogurt before I go to bed, and it's usually yogurt and fruit. So I know that that's my PM snack. And I fill that in early on in the day too, because it's the one thing in my day I do not want to have, because it sort of feels like a treat for me. I do just plain 0% Greek yogurt, so that's a red. And then I do some fruit if I have a fruit left. And sometimes I'll put some peanut butter in it, but I'll always have cinnamon in it. So that's just something that's, to me, I have to do. So my little, I don't know if I told you guys this before, but I think I did. And I put it in the freezer for about 15 minutes and it becomes really creamy and kind of like ice cream. So it's a treat for me. So there's those gone. So I still have my Shakeology. I know that that's going to happen. And I have 2 greens. So that's what I do. I just fill in the day. I just make sure that they're all getting, at lunchtime I'll have a salad. Usually for this yogurt treat, it's only a half. So that's another thing that you can keep in mind, that you don't have to always be having like the whole container full at a sitting. You can half it up and quarter it up, and lots of times I don't want a whole purple thing of fruit, and I never want to half my yellows. I wish they would just give me more yellow. Anyways, so that gives you a kind of rundown on how I figure it out. I really lay it out on a piece of paper and see what's going on. Planning really is key. I really like to do it the night before, just get it here and figure it out, and then I don't have to think during the day. Some people, you're not going to want to be like that, so you just have to figure out your own way of doing things, and there's no right or wrong. It's just sort of making it work. So I posted a few different meal plans just as examples. If you guys want me to post a few more, I can do that. Just maybe comment underneath where I posted those meal plans. There's lots on Pinterest. There is tons. All you have to do is go on Pinterest, or probably Google as well. I just always use Pinterest, and just Google, in the search bar in Pinterest, 21 Day Fix meal plans, 21 Day Fix recipes, 21 Day Fix, oh my gosh, there is so much stuff there. Honestly, that's where I get most of my ideas, even for recipes and stuff. So I will be sharing different things with you throughout the week. You guys are going to do awesome. I know you are. I know it seems a little like, what the heck? This is like confusing. It is so not. Once you get onto it, it is just makes life so simple. So please don't get frustrated. Just keep her calm and just work your way through it. Take times today to reread your book. I find that when you reread things, you kind of figure it out, or rewatch these videos if you can stand looking at me for more than one time through. And I have a big surprise for everyone. I was wrong. Ah, I can't believe this. I was told when I did the 21-day fix that to have wine, you needed to give up 3 yellow containers. And that is how I lived my life for the last year. However, that is wrong. And someone pointed that out yesterday. So I'm glad you did, because this makes way more sense. And I don't know why I didn't figure it out earlier, but it's funny. I just watched a YouTube video from another lady and she said the same thing. So I don't know. I have put a question into the 21-day fix gods to see where I would have heard that, but they did make a few changes to the plan about 5 months ago. I don't know if something changed. However, let's just get back to our little treat video. And what on page 38, you have a list of beverages, of sort of treat beverages that you can have 3 times a week. So only 3 times a week, and you have to give up one of your yellows for any of these. So if you wanted to have 3 glasses of wine, you could do that every week. You can't have more than 3, but you have to give up your yellows. So you can't have 3 glasses of wine in one night because, well, unless you're on the 1500 and up calorie range, because you don't have 3 yellows to give up in that day. Do you understand that? So the most you could have is 2. Give up all your carbs in the day to have that. However, I'll tell you how I use my yellow containers. I really suggest using almond milk, unsweetened almond milk in your Shakeology in the blender with ice. It isn't that great with water, honestly, guys. If you want a creamy sort of good treat, if you want it to taste like a treat, use the almond milk in the blender. It's so much better. So you can see here it's telling us that we can have unsweetened almond milk. You can actually have 16 ounces of it. And again, you're going to give up your yellow. But it's saying really you can only have that 3 times a week. So what I do is I take that and break it in half. So I have half, I do 8 ounces of unsweetened almond milk every day. I know it's really only 6 days, but I do it 7 days. There might be an odd day I don't have Shakeology, but not very much. Shakeology is my vitamin source. I don't take any other vitamins. So I feel like I have to have that every day. So that's how I use my yellow containers. There are these 3 free containers a week. I half them. So I give up half of my yellow a day for 8 ounces of unsweetened almond milk to have in my shake. So that's how I use my 3. Always on the 21-day fix, when you're looking at all of these lists, so the green container food list, the red container food list, your best choices are at the top. And as you work your way down the list, you're getting to the least desirable choice, meaning not ideal to have that all the time. It's almost like they are acceptable and they're totally great. They're on the plan, but they're almost like treats. So try and remember that. I mean, I don't want you to get so frustrated and think, ugh, this is just ridiculous. This is too confusing. But that is another little tip about this plan. The best choices are at the top of the grid and it works its way down. So you can see that wine is down here. So obviously not totally suggested to use your 3 treats as that. You know, you've got to remember if you're going to put milk in your coffee or whatever, that's counted in this. So you have to give up a little bit of yellow for your milk. I mean, I would just give up a little bit of your yellow container. Don't think that you have to give up your whole container. But so I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was wrong. I could have had more wine this whole time. It's totally ridiculous. Anyway, so that's just giving you a little brief update about those beverage choices. And I'm actually just going to take that, I'll probably redo that treat video so people don't get confused in the future. Anyways, I'm really pumped for tomorrow for you guys. You know, we're going to wake up, we're going to have a great day. You're going to feel good. The first couple days, yeah, you're going to feel a little different. Some people might have a headache from not having as much sugar as you usually do, but you're going to get through this and you are going to just love how you feel at the end of this. It is going to be so worth it. Anyways, I will be back. I'll talk to you soon. Have a great Sunday. I hope you're prepping and planning just a tiny bit. Take a little bit of your day to do that. And then tomorrow will be a huge success. Bye, guys.